have a look at the control that Hated is doing on their own mid lanes, and they're just not really giving any leeway.
Oh, good shadow play. He wants to survive. More of those damage as they needed.
Oh boy.
Sans providing
Oh
even
boy.
more. Dilar needs to fly away, but here comes Rian for the backup. Here comes Rozzy for the Jit Kendo. Boots to stop
Whoa.
them. No escape route, but then Kyrie is really slippery. Hated onto the riverside. He is being chased by Rozzy, and the flicker into the
dodge.
Jit Kendo isn't going to be dropped.
So small things that I really like there from Onic PH. They could have lost a lot.
Yes.
Like, you saw Dilar, he went straight for the knock up around the area where Kyrie was walking, and that stopped Onic Indonesia from diving even further. But overall, Onic Indonesia got the better of that fight. Now they will try to see if they can get more control around the mid lane.
Right now, Onic Philippines need to take advantage of their damage with Kyrie. But then again, Indonesia is still looking good with Sans as the one who's looking for the pick-offs and securing his endless battle.
I think that's pretty good, actually. I'm surprised Sans is playing this well. And what happened is basically they sacrificed a lot of gold going to Sans in favor of Sans instead of Sasa. So Sasa's just catching up. He's just trying to do some damage on the backline, but he's not really the priority. The big thing here is the Hayabusa from Sans right now.
Yeah.
Lord walking on top lane.
Yeah,
That's a big push.
Oh, rough
Oh, they take him out!
waves
Oh
picks
my
him
gosh!
off, and here comes Jay for the wild charge, but they're not going to entirely commit. They just want to pick them off, just wanted to clear the Lord in the mid lane, but Onic ID is going to be successful in taking down the tower. Jay will be the next target. Flickers out. Here comes the Phantom execution, and Rozzy might be the ones being executed. That's going to be the Elder Dragon form as they're going to take down, the Black Dragon form rather, and they're going to take down that show.
They didn't really need the damage from D-Lord. They just need to slow down Rossi. And Rossi, he's been having a lot of free time in this game. And they said, no more, Rossi. No more Way of Dragon from you.
Yes.
Now it's going to be Onic on the defense still. That's Onic Indonesia trying to keep this mid lane turret alive. And the top lane, though, will be going down, at least for Onic Philippines.
Yeah, it's a bit different right now that we are seeing the same as how game 1 from Onic Indonesia. Feels like the 1-1 from Sasa is being replaced by a Brody. And Sans is still the one who's driving the Onic Indonesia squad for those easy kills.
Again, Sans looks like he just works really well. If Sasa kind of drops, he's the one who always picks up the pace. And this is exactly what happened on that previous set as well.
Right now, Sasa needs to farm up. He needs to catch up because whenever Sans is going to be bursted down by that Kaditha, they don't have any other damager as a different Boots right now is playing. And we're not seeing the Thams from game 2.
Man, I don't know if we're going to be able to see anything like that, but Boots right now is also just really struggling. Now, Drian, I'm still wondering what kind of effect he's going to have in this one, because right now he doesn't look like he's doing as much assassinations as you thought a Gushin would. And again, that's just a sacrifice you make when you don't have the buff, right? When you don't have the purple buff, that is a big deal if you're a mage player, assassin, especially an assassin mage player like the Gushin.
Yes, and they're just looking for the pickoffs, but Onic Philippines, they are being cautious. They don't really want it to go for those bait plays from Indonesia. They are expecting more of those movements. They're just clearing the waves and go for those easy default brush play. And they are respecting the damage from Onic Indonesia. Just waiting for the Lord. They don't want any pick-offs. And they don't want 4 versus 5s again that we've seen.
No, absolutely not, right? And I think as long as they can avoid that, I think Sasa can actually catch up really well. in terms of gold, but they don't care because right now overall they are ahead by 3,000. Lord is the next target here, and there's very little that Onic PH can do. Lord goes down, and that's
Way of the Dragon.
a big fight.
Catching Jay. Delar in the middle of the fight, but that's going to be another kill.
Sans is out!
Oh, no Sans, no Hayabusa, and Sasa being chased down by Liakno, Delar,
my
and Kyrie
gosh!
as well. This Lancelot is popping off. Boots will be the next target. I'm offended. Everyone's offended from Onic PH as they're going down. One by one, Indonesia isn't going to survive.
Man, that Lord was not worth it at all. 1,000 goal lead for Onic Indonesia, but you have 3 people down. That means a lot more gold will go to the side of the Philippines.
And
Onic PH picking a great time to fight.
And Kyrie once again popping off. He knows when to burst anyone out. Sans with a bit of a misplay. He's careless going in to that team fight.
Man, Sans is the one that you have to watch out for here. And they are doing just that. If they didn't take out Sans, that would have been a different story. But catching him, I don't even know how you do it. I want to see a replay of how they got Sans right away. So surprised that he went down first.
Yeah, I was expecting it's going to be Sasa is going to go down first. But Sans, great play from this guy.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful gameplay. And now, gonna take some more time before we get into the next matchup.
Yeah, I mean,
they're gonna take a while. They're gonna try to slow down this game.
it has been Sans who's controlling the game right now. But then again, that one misplay felt short from this guy. And you can clearly see that they got the item advantage. But Onic Philippines catching up, and they already got the gold advantage in their own hands.
Yeah, they have pretty much everything they need at this point. Just another bonus item probably from Hated on the Kadita is probably all you need. But now they're just trying to be careful. They're trying to stick together. They're close together around this jungle area. And that's a good way to make sure that you don't get picked off one by one. You only send like just one guy, maybe either Iaknu or Dilar, to try to push the opposite wave. Other than that, you want to stick together, you want to clump up, you want to catch people off guard, and one more catch on either Sasa or Tizans could mean the big disaster play for Onic Indo.
Yeah, and this Goshen pick from Drian isn't really effective, as it seems that we are seeing Drian play from Game 1, and he fell off from Game 2, and right now in Game 3 is a bit irrelevant. I mean, he's not really a big of a threat, and he's being captured again and again. Yeah. So he's being ignored completely, actually.
Yeah. Sasa really needs to catch up in this one. I think he's the missing ingredient so that Onic Indonesia can have a good fight. And so far, he's the one he's being hunted. Oh my gosh, by hate once more.
But Jay is there. But this will be Drian.
He's out though, he's out.
The dagger is flying all around Kyrie with a torn rose.
Hated's Thalassophobia did not proc in time to save him. And that means Onic Indonesia, I think they found a pretty good opening here.
And right now, they need those targets. Rozzy being thrown down. Flicker to save himself. Dilar once again flying as the Black Dragon into the back lines. But Sans and Rozzy being zoned out. Drian being chased. Here comes the kick. No, not yet, as he got thrown out. Kyrie still throwing everyone out. Dilar running low. Boots with all of the damage vault in sight, and Sans is present right now.
Oh my gosh!
Phantom Execute being dodged by Sans, and they are looking for more.
This could be close.
Liakno will be going down, and Onic Indonesia is going to take this team fight.
Again, the order was for Kyrie to go back. I mean, that could have gone either way, but they decided to not force the issue, and they will concede this Lord most likely.
The Lord in the hands of Onic Indonesia. After all of the attempts, Kyrie will try to go in, but Drian, he's going to follow. He's going to push away anyone who's going to attempt any of those steals.
You know, normally you would see Gushen's fall off really hard
Yeah.
after the 15-minute mark, but Drian's Gushen is completely on a different story.
And we're talking about this, that he's someone irrelevant, and even Sasa, but right now he's on a 4-1 score. He's dishing out more damage, and this is another layer of damage that we wanted for the late game.
That moment, Kyrie could have fought. I mean, Yaknu caught both of them, and they were low. That's why I was wondering where Kyrie went. I guess it is the safer route. You want to go safer in this fight, especially now that everything is on the line. 2K gold lead here for Onic Indonesia, and the siege continues.
And this will be a big problem for Onic Philippines if they're not going to stop the tracks of Onic Indonesia. Liakno needs to have a good setup. Hated needs to look for Drion or Sans. Quad Shadow will be popped off to safely push the mid lane. Lord will be coming inside the base, looking for more targets as Hated goes for the rough ways, just for the clear. Drion throwing daggers all around. Liakno still on the works as Razzie being accompanied by Lord onto the bottom side. They are still pushing really hard. Onic Indonesia isn't going to destroy the mid lane or the bottom tower, but opens up still the top side.
And the order is to just go back and hold on Rasi on the top. Trying to see if he can keep that momentum rolling on the top lane. Keep the pressure going against Onic Philippines.
Right now, Indonesia, they're not really capitalizing on the lore that they got. Yes, they are running low with the towers from mid lane, but they're not entirely opening it up. But Sans, with the work, goes for the quad shadow just to reach the creeps.
Yeah, this is looking really, really slow so far for Onic Indonesia. They could force more, but they decide not to, and they decide to just hold on and wait for a big error, at least for Onic Philippines. But Onic PH, they're saying they don't want to go out. They're waiting for the other thing. Someone's definitely gonna make an error here somewhere.
Yeah, it's a battle of less mistake. Remember, this is their tournament life. We are standing on a 1-1 right now. 1-1 score. And Drion. Okay, he just wanted to poke out Jay. He still got the immortality. Immortality also being secured by Kyrie.
Yeah, the positions of Onic Indonesia are more for the vision. They have secured the jungle entrances. They also secured the jungle exits. So they can know when Onic Philippines wants to make a move. And because of that, Onic Philippines, they can't catch anyone off guard anymore.
And right now, they need to work on with the pick-offs. Either you wanted to eject someone, or is it going to be Kyrie's who's bursting out? One member of Onic Indonesia. But right now, they're just playing the brush play 38 seconds before the next Lord. As immortality also being secured by Boots.
Yep, and items starting to get locked into place, ladies and gents. Immortalities, the potions, will start getting popped in this coming matchup. 23 minutes into the game, we might be approaching a very long and hard-fought one.
Yes, and they're just playing the brush play. Both of them just not being aggressive right now. They don't want to be careless as the Lord and Rozzy and Jay just going to look at each other. You don't want any fight right now. You just wanted to check each other's back. Who's going to take the Lord and who's going to control the game, as this is a whole stalemate trend. We got the 23 minutes into the game.
Yep.
14 and 11 into the scoreboard, and gold advantage in favor of Onic Indonesia.
Lord number 4 here in this matchup. 23 minutes and 50 seconds. They want to see if they can take it. And getting Sasa in a good position is going to be crucial here for Onic Indonesia. They want to be able to save Sasa for last. You want to be able to survive longest. And if they want to get ahead. And Jay is just such a threat. So let's see if that's going to be the case here.
Drian still got the damage. Iyak knowing Jay. He's going to interrupt the Lord.
He already went for the flicker.
Oh, the ejector just to deny Drian. He's going to save himself, but right now Kyrie in the middle of the fight. The large joins the fight as well. Quad Shadow. Shadow kill any moment right now. And the fight is 3-man knockout.
What a breath of the ocean!
They wanted to go in, but Sans and Drian is already dead. As how all Onic Philippines are still there, battling it out, battling the Lord. Rozzie's being chased down. Immortality pop-up boots, and that's going to be another kill.
Oh my gosh!
Rough waves,
The
and it
knockups!
was really rough enough for them to take and to bear, as the Onic Philippines is the one who's going to successfully take the team fight and the Lord.
The knockups are real for Onic Philippines. If not Rough Waves, it's always D-Lard going in and saving everybody from certain death. And slowly but surely, Onic Philippines basically did the base defense and the team fight at the same time.
Really good play with the 3-man knock-up. After that, followed by 2-man knock-up from the at the moment when the immortality is being popped off. That was about it. Onic Indonesia lose a lot.
They burned through so many immortalities in that last one.
It was
my gosh.
It was a prolonged team fight, but then again, you know that there are tanks. Sase wasn't really putting a lot of damage. Sans and Drian quickly being taken care of.
Yeah,
right
Sasa is basically not just performing well. The dive in by the Lord, that means inhibitor turret will go down in the mid lane. This could be the game-ending push. Onic Philippines on defense here. Go for the invade!
Oh, ejector for Sasa. He needs to run.
Sasa's
and he might be going down. Yes, he got the immortality, but no damage coming in as Sans is there in the middle of the fight. Dilar again and again. The savior of Onic Philippines. But and Sasa Drian being left out in this prolonged team fight as the Lord is fighting them, axing them out, destroying them out. Phantom execution. Onic Indonesia being executed again and again. Ejected on the backside.
He's
That's
holding
another kill. Rough wave. That's going to be a tough waves we've seen. And there
Sasa's
comes
back.
Kyrie.
Sasa's back.
Thorn Rose. The Thorn into the Rose as Sasa isn't really relevant right